Have you heard of VARK Learning Style Questionnaire? If not, I will show you the what, why, and how, and explore some additional learning style assessments you can complete. If you have heard of VARK, I will explain why you should use it and how you can apply it. My name is Kim, and I am an online advisor at Minnesota Online. I will be your host today. Let's learn all about VARK. I am sure you are curious to learn what is VARK. VARK is a questionnaire that provides you with a profile of your learning preferences. These preferences are about the ways you take in and give out information. The 4 dimensions VARK assesses are visual, oral, read, write, and kinesthetic. To help you remember the dimensions, think of the acronym VARK. If you are like most people, you want to know why you should do something. You should use VARK because you can determine your unique learning style. This will help you to discover your strengths and weaknesses and use your strengths to your advantage. You can learn how to communicate effectively at school, home, and work. Each dimension communicates differently, so it's key to know how to communicate and relate to people who are a different dimension. You can understand approaches to use in a read-write environment even if it's not your dominant learning style. Most online classes are in a read-write format, so it's important to know approaches to succeed in this environment even if it's not your main learning style. Last, it only has 16 questions, so it's easy to complete and does not take much time. Now that you know why you should use VARK, let's look at how you can apply it. If you are a visual learner, you can sketch images and diagrams on the content you are covering in class. Remember to pay close attention to the images when you are reading assignments. You can compose sample test questions and transfer illustrations into words. For example, if you have a picture of the parts of a cell, describe that picture in a paragraph. For the read-write learner, you can create test questions and use multiple choice questions. Produce introduction and ending paragraphs for your information. For example, if you are covering the Cold War in a history class, write a beginning paragraph of how the Cold War started. Last, generate lists and use outlines with bullets to help you remember the information. If you are a kinesthetic learner, you should generate practice answers and act out the test situation. For example, if you are taking a timed test on your laptop, you should practice some sample questions on your laptop with a timer so that when the test comes, you will feel more comfortable. Finally, if you are an oral learner, you can pretend that you are speaking the answers to the instructor. Make sure to pay attention to your inner voice and write down your thoughts. You can also sit in a quiet place and recall the concepts or write out sample test questions. You can also express your answers out loud. For example, if you are studying for a test, you should read the sample questions and answers out loud. If you are interested in taking other learning inventories, here are some great options for you. The Index of Learning Styles, or ILS, can gauge your learning preferences in 4 dimensions. The areas include active, sensing, visual, and sequential. With the Learning Style Assessment, you can receive a general overview and a link to 4 learning assessments. The assessments include Index of Learning Questionnaire, the Success Types Learning Style, and Learning Style Questionnaire. At the Link Up Employability Skills, you can find your predominant learning style and how it relates with key employment skills. The 4 skills include adventurous, social, practical, and conceptual. Last, you can use the multiple intelligences, which is based on Howard Gardner's 8 practical learning styles. They include linguistic, logical, spatial, musical, kinesthetic, naturalist, interpersonal, and intrapersonal. You can find all the links to these learning assessments and additional information at gpslifeplan.org/education. Discover your learning preference today. Contact Minnesota Online at 1-800-456-8519 if you have any questions.